영국의 대표적인 스피커 제작사 중 한 곳인 PMC의 데이브 프로스트 씨와 프렁크록 씨 두 분을 모셨습니다. 한 분씩 자기소개 부탁드리며 PMC에게 한국은 어떤 의미가 있나요?
Hi, I'm Dave. I look after our export business here at PMC for our home audio and our custom installation divisions. I'm excited to be here in Korea. It's my first visit and I'm here to meet our fantastic distribution partner WJ Sound and find out more about the Korean market and the opportunity here.
Hello, I'm Franco Locke. I'm the General Manager of PMC in Asia. I also look after the home audio product as well as the custom installation product in Asia, of course, including Korea. The purpose of this trip this time, what I would do is we will meet with different customers as well as our distributor and our dealers to understand what they need because PMC is very concerned to what the customer needs so that we will improve and bring good products to this market. Well, PMC in Asia, we have 12 countries that we are selling to. That's including China, Australia, India, and the country in Southeast Asia. I can say Korea is our second largest market, so we do concern the needs of Korea market.
세계적으로 많은 뮤지션들과 스튜디오의 선택을 받은 PMC의 스피커의 힘은 무엇일까요?
PMC are celebrating 30 years in both the pro studio and the home audio markets. PMC was founded by two gentlemen, Peter Thomas and Adrian Loader. Peter was head of engineering at the BBC in London, looking after the studios. Adrian, his good friend, was a supplier to the BBC of Bausch products, amongst others. And as both audio enthusiasts and engineers, they'd for some time been working on a number of projects. Peter was asked by the BBC to refresh the main monitors across the network, but couldn't really find anything that fulfilled the requirements of quite a demanding environment. So took the decision as an audio enthusiast and an accomplished engineer, along with Adrian, to develop their own loudspeakers. The very first pair of speakers that Peter and Adrian produced, the BB5, are actually still in use at this time at the BBC, so they've stood the test of time very well. Word spread very quickly about the success of the new system, and it was at that point that Peter and Adrian decided to form PMC. In very quick succession, other studios took on the new PMC speakers, Metropolis in London, Capital in LA, and I say the word spread through the industry that this new monitor was available and became very successful. Peter and Adrian were enthusiastic and key innovators of transmission line technology. Now, transmission line as a design of speaker is not new. It's actually from the 1930s. It was developed and improved around the 1960s, but came with quite a few challenges. It was quite unwieldy. The speakers were very large. The way that the drivers interacted with the transmission line was not cohesive, so they took it upon themselves to improve and advance transmission line, and that's used in every loudspeaker that PMC have produced to date. Transmission line was the only technology that could really deliver everything that the studios needed. Incredibly low distortion, fantastic low frequency response, and a very soulful reproduction. Subsequently, our loudspeakers are used across the world. The key artists that we've partnered with and some of the major studios are incredibly influential. We've partnered with Brian May from Queen, Robbie Williams, Stevie Wonder, and a whole host of key artists that we use globally. Many of the movies, we have an office in Hollywood that actually cater for the movie industry. And many of the movies that you enjoy now actually have been mixed and mastered using PMC. For example, movies Titanic, Superman, Game of Thrones, Skyfall have all been used, certainly mixed and mastered with PMC. Peter and Adrian then took the company even further towards the end of the 1990s, introducing their first full range of home audio products. And in fact now the Pro Studio part of the business is equal to that of home hi-fi, so it's a 50-50 mix at the moment. And each of those is very important to the other. Importantly, PMC remain a family-owned business, and every product that we produce is made in the UK. We're very proud of that. The next generation of the family are now very much involved in the company. So Peter has sons and daughters that work within PMC, and they are now taking us forward with the next generation. Peter remains as our chairman today. Unfortunately, very sadly, Adrian passed away, but Peter and his family are now taking the company even further.
ATL은 PMC의 가장 독특하고 독창적인 기술이라고 들었습니다. 어떤 점이 특별한가요?
PMC has further developed the original design of transmission line, which was really, as I mentioned before, around the sort of 1930s through to 1960s, but we've taken it a great deal further. It's incredibly hard to engineer, which is why so few other brands actually adopt transmission line technology. We use it because it's one of the only designs that can really cater for both the high demands of a studio environment and the enjoyment of listening at home. We use transmission line as a design because it's really the only technology that enables us to extract the incredibly low frequencies that we enjoy from a relatively modest box, and also it's an incredibly low distortion design. Enables, certainly in engineering and studio environments, they can hear the detail around the mid-range and the low frequency. It's something that isn't fatiguing and tiring to listen to, but the design is such that it's incredibly hard to engineer. It's a very old design, but we've taken it to the next level, changing the foam within the line, for example. There are different densities and design of reticulated foam to extract all of the unwanted frequencies from the transmission line, meaning that the air and the noise that's coming out from the vent is incredibly fast in time, but also enables us to extract a lot of low frequencies from a very modest box. We've actually further enhanced that. So our head of engineering, Oliver Thomas, the son of Peter, further enhanced this with the new laminaire vent. And the principle behind the laminaire vent is that there's a lot of air moving both in and out of any of our PMC cabinets, and that can create problems with turbulence inside the line. So to ensure that the air is moving very quickly and freely and without any turbulence, to ensure a really clean bass response, the laminaire was developed. And this is technology that Oliver brought over from Formula One. And as a result, engineers and customers can just enjoy a much cleaner, faster bass. So within the transmission line, we actually have different shapes and designs and densities of reticulated foam. And that's there to absorb all of the unwanted frequencies that travel with the air through the line. And it's very important to have that right, and that's where a lot of the innovation comes from, in fact, and that's where a lot of our research goes, because it can be hugely influential on the sound of the loudspeaker. And what we found was, certainly with other design of loudspeakers, there's a lot of internal resonance, internal distortion and rear radiation, and transmission line actually removes all of that.
한국 시장에서는 PMC 시리즈 중에 25i 시리즈와 팩트 시그니처 시리즈가 인기가 많은데요. 홈 오디오로 봤을 때 두 시리즈는 어떤가요?
25i series actually is the improved versions of the 25 series that we have launched during our 25th anniversary. Now, this 25 series actually is right here. The whole series comprises of two bookshelf models, and this is a 2522. And we also have three floor standard models. This is 2526. So altogether, we have 5 models. We also have one center channel as well, plus one dedicated subwoofer. So for the whole series, it will be able to provide a customer for different applications. For example, like a 2-channel stereo listening, as well as home theater setting as well. So you can combine whatever you like in order to maximize the 25 series benefit. Now, regarding the technology and benefit, I think Dave has just mentioned about the ATL and also the laminaire, which is first used in the 25 series. Now, you can take a closer look. This is the laminaire that we have mentioned. Actually, it is a aerodynamic design. So when all the unwanted resonance has been absorbed, the air will be going out. So this is one of the pictures that I wanted to show you. For ordinary airflow, the air will be just escape when it goes out. However, with the aerodynamic designs laminaire, it will be able to make the air travel faster and further. So you may ask a question, what is the benefit? The benefit is you will be the customer will be able to listen to a faster and dynamic and detail base, and that is the key point for our laminaire together with the ATL. This is firstly used in 25 series. Now, other than that, of course, we have a lot of technology. First of all, we use a 19mm soft dome to get that is co-engineered with SEAS, SEAS. Okay, SEAS, and also with the Sonamax soft dome. So that will be able to give a very clear transparency and clear voices. And also one thing is they have they will be able to make the dispersions of high frequency into a wider into the wide angle. That is very important. Now, one thing is I want to talk about a little bit about Asia because we have a very small apartment. Coding in speakers will be an important task, will be a difficult task. With this technology, the wider dispersions, the sweet spots can be extended, and customers are able to sit anywhere and enjoy the most effective listening area. Another point I wanted to point out is about our crossover. PMC has a steep crossover with 24 dB in octave. What does that mean? That means it will make each drivers to do their own jobs. So the HF drivers will mainly focus on the vocal and high frequency sound. The mid-range drivers will have the mid-range signal. And of course, the bass drivers will mainly focus on all the bass and all the low frequency signals. In other words, that means customer will be able to listen the real sound from each driver. So in other words, it's very clear and very transparent. And that is one of the key points for PMC speakers. In general, PMC 25i series, we are able to give deeper sound stage and very great transparency of the vocal voice, and of course the wider dispersions area. So you can sit anywhere and you can enjoy the same quality of music, just like from a sweet spot. Yeah. Now they are available in walnut, diamond black. That is a high gloss black or piano black. They are also available in oak as well as in silk white. Okay, now regarding the F series, the Fat series is right here. This is the Fat series. Actually, is one series that we offer a customer an ultra listening experience plus design. Okay, now we have two models, two floor standard model. One is the Fat 12 signature, and the other is Fat 8 signature. Regarding this technology, they are using they have a special ATL because it is a very slim speakers. Some people would think that a slim speaker, do they have enough space? Actually, I can tell you, yes, they have a very clear basis. And thanks to the ATL, the special design ATL for these slim speakers. Okay, and also the differences between the two is the Fat 8 series is a two-way speaker, and Fat 12 signature is a three-way speakers. I want to emphasize a little bit. It is trickle-down technology from a flagship Finastria. So a lot of elements that is used in the Finastria has been applied to the Fat series. Now, to answer the question about why we have a very good bass, both speakers, they incorporate with 55 millimeters twin woofer, which will give us some kind of extra space and stunning experience to the customers. And again, the crossover is a steep crossover as well. It's a 24 dB crossover. That some of the components actually is trickled down from Finastria. Well, as I've just mentioned, we use a very high-grade component for our crossovers. Just to give you a little bit observations, once I was in the R&D department as well, and also the production department. What they would do is each component, each chips, each components of the crossover, they would test it. They would just test it and measure it. Now, even though they are under the same grading, under the same specifications, there might be some kind of variations. And our engineer and productions, they test each component so that they would put it into each particular samples. So when they make the crossover, everything is matched and carefully measured, and that's make the sound best. One final point for this Fat. The customer may ask, what is the difference between the 25 and the Fat? Okay, the Fat series actually, other than all the benefits that I've mentioned, this is a good speakers if you want to enjoy and particularly focus on a very finance vocal voice. So it is good for vocal listening, but it doesn't mean the bass is not enough. The bass is very, very stunning and dynamic, but it will have an added benefit of a finance vocal reproduction. It is available in three colors. One is the gray, the metallic gray, so it looks like very modern. It's a very modern metallic finishing. The other one is quite similar to that one, walnut, and the other one is white, the silk white. So we have three colors to suit to your different living environment.
PMC의 CI 시리즈도 있다고 들었습니다.
Sure. So our CI series was launched in 2019, and it was launched really for both the home audio, home theatre, and the pro studio markets. It's used in particular, not both in our own studios, but in studios globally for Dolby Atmos mixing and mastering, which is certainly an area of the market that we're at the forefront of. We have 5 models from the CI30, the 45, the 65, the 90, and up to the CI140, and a dedicated subwoofer, all in-wall and on-wall application. They use both the Laminaire technology and Encompass. And Encompass is there to further advance the dispersion characteristics of the speaker. The Encompass technology enables incredibly wide dispersion, as I mentioned, which means that you can really have a truly immersive experience. The CI series is incredibly popular, as I say, not just for home theatre, but also for 2-channel discrete listening, discrete audio, and of course the pro studios globally. For example, Capital Studios in LA have been using the CI series to remix and master some incredible original recordings, including the Miles Davis. And not forgetting Hollywood, of course. We also have partnered with not just Dolby globally, but a number of key high-profile streaming services that are now using CI series across their studio network.
집에서 CI 시리즈를 세팅한다면 영화관과 같은 느낌을 받을 수 있을까요?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the CI series was redesigned for that immersive audio experience. So whether it be just a 2-channel or full home theatre with heights and surrounds, absolutely, you can enjoy that really. And I guess why not enjoy the movie on the same loudspeakers that we use to mix and master it.
PMC 각각의 시리즈들은 어떤 분들에게 추천할 수 있을까요?
Okay, now basically PMC has 5 series. The Finastria that I've mentioned before when I introduced the FAT series, because Finastria has a lot of technology applied to the FAT series. The Finastria actually, as I mentioned, is a flagship. It is for someone that who seek for the ultimate listening experience, plus design. That is what they are seeking for. This is for audiophile, plus the high-spending music lover that they want to have a very good design speakers at the home. This is a combination of design and technology. Okay, FAT series I've mentioned before is mainly for audiophile plus the people who prefer lifestyle, who prefer some good speakers, good design speaker to be placed at the home. Now, we also have one series called the SE series. SE series actually is a traditional type, is a traditional speaker series. We have models like the BB5, MB2, and IB2, and different variants. When I mention BB5, actually is the BB5 that is used in the studio. So those, of course, is not the same. There is a little bit difference, but the SE series is one of the series that is 100% for the audiophile who seek for the ultimate listening experience. Okay, 25 series. 25 series basically is for audiophile, and it's also for music lovers who prefer, who is seeking for a purest, a very comfortable, easy listening sound experience, and that is for the 25 series. And lastly is the CI series, of course, Dave had just mentioned. Now, other than the studio and also for the high-end home theater, CI series is also suitable for other applications, other commercial applications. For example, home theater. In fact, I can say is because it is not a low-end model. The CI is not a mid to low-end model. It's a very top high-end model, and they have the ATL and they have everything that is fine in the box speakers, and these can be used in the commercial theater as well. For example, if there is a director box premium theater, mini theater for the commercial theater, our CS series is a 100% solution. And also one application in the commercial side of the CI, other than the commercial cinema, our CI series is also one of the solutions for the high-end property. For example, some high-end condominium, high-end apartment, the CI series can be used as an additional feature, additional benefit for that condominium unit. For example, they can sell the house which has already got installed Dolby Atmos systems. So this will help to add the value of the property. Other than that, the CI series is also for the hotel. You can imagine in an executive floor or presidential suite. The CI series will be one of the added features for this prestigious visitors.
PMC에서 새롭게 개발하는 사항이나 신모델이 있나요?
PMC will continue to deliver innovation, advancing the transmission line even further. We've got a very exciting roadmap of products over the next 3 years. Nothing I can share with you today, I have to keep it a secret, but certainly watch this space, there's lots more coming.
마지막으로 PMC를 사랑하는 한국 팬들에게 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
Korea is a very important market for us. We'll continue to develop our products as best we can to our core values to ensure that the Korean customer can enjoy the music or the movie as it's intended to be. It's a very exciting time at PMC and we hope in the future to be able to share more product with you. We listen to a great deal of music at PMC, but we also listen to our customers, so we welcome any feedback or comments that you have.
Full range,
YouTube,
구독,
좋아요.
감사합니다.